All right, guys, check this out. Let's say you're sitting down, right? You're minding your business or you watching TV or something, and all of a sudden, boom, you feel hungry. What's going to be your first action? You're going to start thinking like, okay, what do I have to eat? All right, let me go check the fridge. You'll have to get up and start walking towards the fridge and to know where exactly the fridge actually is. And when you reach towards the fridge, you have to open a door to go in to grab your food. You put it in the microwave. You use your fingers to, punch in the number and press start to warm up your food, right? Or let's say you're sitting down, watching TV, you're chilling, and all of a sudden, boom, you feel like having sex. If you have your partner, first thing you're going to start doing, you're going to go towards your partner and you're going to start touching up your partner, hoping to get your partner in the same exact mood to experience the same feeling that you're experiencing, right? The question is, how did all of this happen? How did all those functions happen for you to get up, for you to walk, for you to go punch in numbers, you're using your fingers, you know exactly where things are, or you talk to your partner, you start filling up your partners, you're using your hands, different motion. How did they happen? First thing you're going to do, you're going to use your frontal lobe to start thinking, what do I have to eat? What do I have in the fridge? Did I buy food? Okay, let me check. Okay, now you make the decision to check. You use your frontal section, the front of the brain, to check. Now you're going to use your motor cortex. Okay, your motor cortex is going to allow you to stand up. To contract the muscle for you to stand up straight and for you to start walking towards the fridge. Now, what allow you to feel that you're walking? It's the sensory cortex, guys. Sensory cortex basically allow you to feel things, allow you to feel pressure. I'm holding this. I could have squeezed it really hard and break the damn thing, but I know what I'm holding. I can see that, okay, it's not that heavy. It's very light and the pressure is not that much. So I don't have to add a lot of pressure to it. So it's the reason I'm holding it without squeezing it really hard. But let's say it was very, very heavy. I would have had to hold it really, really hard, like using all my pressure, all the sensation to hold it. It's because of the sensory cortex allow you to feel like if someone pinch your skin, you can feel the pressure. It's because of the sensory cortex. Guys, two things you really have to understand. We have motor nerves and sensory nerves, okay? They are very, very important because without them, we wouldn't be able to feel, we wouldn't be able to walk, we wouldn't be able to just grab things, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of different things. Yo, hit the subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe button, what did you use? You use the motor cortex to make that decision to boom, to hit the subscribe button. It's because of your motor cortex, guys. Without the motor cortex, you won't be able to make voluntary movement, nothing like that. Okay? You can see where you're going and you can see the fridge by using the occipital lobe. The occipital lobe for vision, guys. Do you see the way the brain operates? You're looking at the fridge. Now you use your motor cortex. You made the decision. Use the frontal lobe to open the fridge. And when you open the fridge, you start looking around. You can see, oh, okay, I do have food. You realize you do have food. And guess what? The chemical hit your system. Boom. Then you use your motor cortex. You made the decision. Use the frontal lobe. And you made the decision. And you extend your arm and grab the food and take it to the microwave. And you use your fingers. Motor cortex, guys. You use your fingers, press the button, and press start. Your food will warm up. And what do? You grab your spoon and you take one scoop and you put it in your mouth. You can taste it and a flood of chemical just hit your system. You basically satisfy the hunger instinct. When you think of your brain, guys, you have to think of your brain as like, a band playing live in a concert or something. You have the piano player, you have the guitar player, you have the drummer, you have the singer, and you have the people, the equalizer, the people who on the mixer board just mixing the sound to make everything flowy. It's the same way your brain works. You have different regions, a different department for a specific function. Okay? Do not think your brain as like one, especially it divided into two. You have the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. I'm going to make a whole different video about it to explain how it works. Okay, guys? So I want you to keep in mind, the frontal lobe is to make decision, problem solving, and concentrating, thinking, and behavior. Think about when someone drunk, for instance. If someone intoxicated, you're going to see their behavior a little bit strange. They stumbling, they can't carry themselves, they mumbling with their words and stuff. They can't do much. It's because the frontal section shut down. Or if someone under a lot of stress, same thing, frontal section shut down, cannot make good judgment at all. Why? Because of the frontal section. We only control the frontal section, guys, because we get to make decision. Do we want it or not? If you see something pleasurable, something that will make you happy, you will run towards it. If you see something that will make you unhappy, you will run far away from it. You're going to stay away from it. That's the decision you get to make. Okay, guys? So, and the part that I'm talking about, the lobes, they're the part that you actually conscious. Or for example, the occipital lobe. You're able to see the world is because of the occipital lobe, and it located in the back of the head. And you have the motor cortex. You know, the motor cortex allow you to make conscious decisions for you to move. So do you see different department in the brain, guys? And look at it. For example, the bottom piece is the cerebellum. The cerebellum allow you to control your balance. For example, let's say you've never ridden a bicycle before and you hop on a bicycle. What's going to happen? You're not going to have that proper balance. You're not going to be able to hold yourself together. You're not going to be able to ride the bike properly. But by practicing with time, the cerebellum will adjust itself and you'll have that proper balance without a problem. You will be able to stand up. You will be able to go fast. You'll be able to do a lot of different things. It's because of the cerebellum, guys. And we have the temporal lobe, okay? The temporal lobe, hearing, language, memory, different things. Okay, guys? Even for music, when you listen to music and stuff, it's because of the temporal lobe. It has nothing to do with the unless you start dancing and stuff. If you start dancing, you involve the motor cortex. Or, you know, so if you're not dancing, you're just listening to music, you only activate the temporal lobe, guys. And the frontal lobe also involved, okay? You made the decision to listen to the music. Just you see, sometimes you'll be like, yo, I'm in my zone. You out, you just chilling. You listen to your music. You're not making any decision. So you're not using the frontal section. You're only using the temporal lobe, guys. Yo, listen, the brain is very interesting. And I'm only giving you guys just the basic, just to make you understand that, yo, you have different regions in your brain, and they all have different functions, specific function. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Use the motor cortex. Make the decision. Use the frontal lobe. Make the decision to hit the subscribe button. Use your motor cortex to feel the pressure. Subscribe. Okay, guys? See you next time. Ciao.